Hi beautiful Libras, welcome back to the channel guys. Today I'm using the runes and I'm asking for 3 direct messages for Libra from the universe, and then I'll read them out to you. Thank you guys so much for your support, your generosity. Thank you guys so much for being here and viewing. Common Sense 22, ingwaz. A message, Ansuz and Tiwaz, victory. Humanity, manaz. Let's see, common sense. Common sense, fertility, harmony, nature, peace, safety, seed, successful conclusions. Virility. Amongst its various attributes, one of the most important principles identified by the ingwaz rune is common sense. It has been said that the thing about common sense is that it is not so common, which is one reason why so many unsuccessful problems occur in people's lives. Whilst others around may not act with acumen when this rune appears, in a reading it suggests that the person identified has good judgment and that common sense is therefore required at this stage. The rune suggests that a person identified has strength of character and is able to use this power in practical ways. Another factor identified by ingwaz is fertility. So when coupled with its reference to common sense, it speaks of growth associated with applied wisdom. As stated, ingwaz has a rune of fertility, especially fertility in potential, like expressed by a seed, which means that now is likely to be a good time to sow seeds. It is important in the important areas of your life in order to reap the benefits that will accrue over time. Given its implicit reference to the cycles of life that permeate the natural world, ingwaz also indicates that spending time in nature will bring benefits. Ingwaz, it is safe to represent a safe, peaceful, domestic environment where anxieties fade and a pleasant time of relaxation commences. When this rune appears, the runesmith understands that it heralds a positive conclusion to any unfinished business that may exist. Common sense. It's a cool symbol, right? I know, even though, like it says, not everybody has it. You know what I mean? Ansuz. The key word is clairvoyance, communication, inspiration, intelligence, knowledge, message, psychic, signs, and speech. The Ansuz rune represents a divine message. This could come to you through synchronicity or through a wise person who is motivated by spirit, acting on behalf of the divine energy we call Odin, the god whose wisdom is associated with this rune. The appearance of this rune could also mean that a wise person is due to help you in some way. Ansuz rune can herald good luck, which comes in unexpected ways. It foretells increased knowledge and developing wisdom. Communication is enhanced. This means your ability to positively influence others is strong. Education is also well represented by this rune, which suggests that any learning that you do now is likely to progress smoothly. The prophets of old, like the prophets of today, were essentially messengers, conveying the psychic impressions they receive from benevolent spirits to the wider world. History indicates that some people listened to what the prophets had to say and then acted accordingly, in harmony with the exhortations received, whilst others largely ignored what the spirit world had to say through the prophets, and as a result, they delayed their own spiritual development and missed out on blessings. These accounts remind us that it is always best to be receptive to the messages from above when seeking union with the divine. Be ready for your message. Who knows what might be revealed? Which is a symbol of almost the letter F. 17 is Tiwaz. Bravery, breakthroughs, honor, justice, law, self-sacrifice, strength, triumph, and victory. The Tiwaz rune represents victory, the victory that comes at a price or involves a degree of self-sacrifice. But Tiwaz indicates that the result will be worth it. This rune suggests a breakthrough of some kind is close. This could be a family matter, a business matter, or your own spiritual development. There's the sense of events that are unfolding for the good of the community associated with this rune, which means that your efforts and your personal triumph are likely to benefit others at some point in time as well. You may need to direct your efforts to achieve this victory, but Tiwaz runes suggests that it will be a well-won result. The rune also represents strength, so don't underestimate yourself when tested, but rather make a realistic assessment of your capabilities and apply yourself with optimism and determination. The ancient Chinese tactician Sun Tzu is reputed to have taught, victory comes from finding opportunities in problems. This is the kind of attitude exemplified by the rune Tiwaz. Humanity. Manaz, which looks like this. And victory is this. Community, culture, family, humanity, kindness, one relationships. The Manaz rune represents humanity, and this rune reminds us that no one is an island, but that it's really we're all interdependent with each other. What's more, from a spiritual perspective, since whether we know it or not, we're all in the process of a spiritual union with the divine. We're all ultimately one. When this rune appears along with the above representations, it can also refer to people around the individual concerned. Given the broad perspective covered by this rune, it can indicate that a person will be helped by the community in some way, or that a person will help the community. To pay it forward principle fits nicely with this energy of this rune, since acting in this way creates ripples of goodness that radiate out into the community, which in turn causes more ripples as recipients of acts of kindness themselves act with kindness toward others, and so on, meaning the positive spreads far and wide. A zero Dean reminds us, if you want more kindness in the world, put it there. That's what it's saying. Common sense. Not everybody has it. So Some of you are messengers, messengers of humanity for the greater good of the community, for the greater good of all people. That represents the scales of justice very well. You are humanitarianisms. You do care about humanity. You do care and wish to see all people do well. But not everybody is blessed with that common sense. You know what I mean? So let's go. You know, some people, you may spread the message, but not everybody wants to receive it. Some people don't want to receive that message. You know what I mean? It's on them. Jump in. Andromedian energy, adventure. Say yes to change. Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Seas of Mantaka, seeing potential, bringing the unconsciousness to light. So that's definitely what you're here to do, to benefit humanity and spread messages of enlightenment. Paying it forward when someone does you a good service. You know, if you want good in the world, you have to give it. And paying it forward, then people should take that goodness and pay it forward. But a lot of people lack common sense, so they would rather not do that. They're just like, I don't know, taking it for granted. You know what I mean? These are the winged wise ones, angelic help and miraculous aid. Letting go, surrendering. Joyful activities, the celebration of life brings you abundance. This is the High Lord or the High Lady of love and compassion, reverence, kindness, and consideration to others. Humanity, caring, a caring community, caring about humanity, caring about, if you want more kindness, then you have to be that kindness. That's the making of miracles, So you're able to transmute, not everybody is blessed with common sense. They're just not. This is transmuting. This is taking, sometimes being this way, it's sacrificing you in order to, sometimes you get burned. You know what I mean? The wise woman of the grove. Spending more time in nature. Getting in with humanity. You're sent here as divine messengers. You really are. We're all one of a kind here. We really are one universal energy. And it's the ripple effects. When you pay it forward, when you give one act of kindness, it spreads, And if that one person you help then turns around and pays it forward, expect that will come back to you in one form or another. That is justice. That's the symbol of what Libra represents. That's prosperity. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe someone is sitting here in fear. Fear, look, this is holding on to something that is unhealthy here. Okay? This is fear, this is self-imposed prison, this is negative thinking, this is arguing, competing. It's a form of greed. Someone may have gotten greedy. This is uncertainty. Well, you're here with the one with the common sense. You're sitting here, Libra, and you're going, I'm not so certain that they got any common sense over here. I'm not so certain that they're making a smart decision. I'm not so certain that they know what they're doing here. Now, I'm looking at things as there is enough prosperity for all of humanity. Why do they feel this is manipulative energy causing towers? And someone's looking at it like, why is all this mayhem here? Like, maybe it's beyond your understanding. Like, you could be going, what the hell? Why is somebody acting this way? Why is somebody so damn hell-bent and determined to cause towers when, I don't know, you might be giving your head a shake about something here. Like, to you, it's common sense. To you, it's commonsensical thinking. You know, you do good, you get good. You pay it forward. You act with love and compassion. Well, what the hell is all this war all about all the time? I don't know. So it's like someone sneaking around and cheating, and you know it's going to turn out to be a disaster. And you're sitting there introspecting, and you're going, like, I gave this message. Like, I cared. I was compassionate about these people. I cared about humanity. I cared for, like, maybe you gave them a message. You know what I mean? It's about paying it forward. The good works that you do. See, you're here as messengers. And somebody might have been judging your message. Somebody may have said, well, I'm not so sure they know what they're talking about. I don't know about Libra. I mean, I'm not so sure Libra knows what they're talking about here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my own thing here. This is strength. And I mean, sometimes, you know, that's the bounty here. You don't get prosperity by being greedy. You just don't. You don't get prosperity by being greedy. You get prosperity by being generous and paying it forward. And sometimes you try to give people the message, but they don't want to hear it. And that's lack of common sense. So they're over here with all this mayhem, all these heavy burdens, all this stress, all this mayhem and manipulation. And I mean, they have manifested their own disaster. Sometimes people lack common sense. Like, but you're still willing to help out, and you're still willing to, like, they may have even hurt you. You know what I mean? But you have a way of transmuting the negative things and the Look, we're all one here, okay? There's enough to go around for everybody. So if I help you out or I give this to you, I give you this message or I help you out somehow. Um just all I'm asking is that you pay it forward. Someday, go out and help somebody else. Well, they didn't. Ooh. Why does the sun want to come in reverse? So now they're causing their own unhappiness. So look. What's this all about? So if this person wants happiness, wants generosity, wants compassion, wants this, then they got to be willing to give it. Somebody wants it, but they don't want to give it. That doesn't make any common sense here. We're sent here as messengers, okay? This is saying we're sent here as messages, and then people griping and whining because you gave them that message. They get all disgruntled at you, and they're like, yeah, I'm not so sure you know what you're talking about. I mean, how do you know what you're talking about? Well, that's the role you're in. Divine messengers are divine messengers. You're not sitting here judging anybody, but they're sure judging you. You're not sitting here being cheap, or you're being very generous. You're willing to share whatever it is you work for, but they're like, well, they're always unhappy. They're always unhappy with the gifts that they have received. It's like, are you ever content? What's going to make you happy here? Someone is in regret or is embarrassed or something, feeling guilty. I mean, you don't squash an earth angel. I mean, come on now. An earth angel is sent here upon earth to care for all humanity, to care for their people around them. They are non-judgmental. They try to be as loving and compassionate toward people as what they can. They're not from here usually. They are star seeds sent here. But why is someone embarrassed of your gifts, or embarrassed because I don't know, you spoke some kind of truth? Here you are, the High Lady of Love and Compassion. Reverent, kind, considerate. Why does somebody want to do you dirty here? It's like somebody may be coming to pay it forward to you now. This is charity, homelessness. Well, heartbreak, heartbroken, homelessness, abandonment. Wait a sec. Maybe someone's coming in to help you. You've been very generous. You've been very loving. You've been of service here. Maybe it's time to pay it forward. Maybe you help somebody out, and now they want to pay it forward to you for being compassionate to them. You just never know, right? Common sense, common sense, common sense. What? So what the hell is somebody so resentful and angry about? What the hell is this all about? What? Refuse to like... What? What the hell is this? Oh my God. What the hell is this all about? Talking about? Why is someone jealous? Stressing someone out? Humanity. Fucking selfish. What the hell is this? Oh, greed. They're like, no, no. You may have helped this person out. Just to be real, you could have been very compassionate, very loving, very helpful, very charitable, and someone's like around them going, oh, don't give to Libra. Don't give to Libra. Be greed, 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 jealousy and envy, jealousy and envy. Oh, don't give nothing to Libra. Don't give nothing to Libra. Well, with that mentality right there, that is lack of common sense. You know, in order to receive something, you gotta give something. Like, if you want love, you gotta give love. If you want money, you've got to be willing to share your money. If you want to do something, whatever you're trying to manifest is like, well, if you have no money, you know what this is saying? People could have been making fun of the homeless or making fun of somebody because they were homeless or making fun of somebody. You don't know if that's an angel or not on that street. Sometimes we're tested. Like, don't give them no money. Don't give them no food. They're homeless. Oh, judgment, judgment, judgment. Judging, judging. Someone judged an angel. There was an angel in disguise. Somebody's judging. Oh, don't talk to them. They're broke. Don't talk to them. They got no shoes. Don't give them no food. Don't encourage them around here or something like that. But you were of that service. You were loving. You're compassionate. And even if you have no money, you're like, well, can I buy you a cup of coffee or give you a sandwich? You know what I mean? Can I give you something? And they're making fun. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Just acting like they don't care. No, I don't care. They're just, they're a fool. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. I mean, who are they? I mean, it's coming back to haunt someone. You could have been very generous, very loving, and they would take. These are takers. Take, without giving back. So you're very generous. You were very compassionate. This is High Lady of Love and Compassion. Okay? Empress. Very compassionate, very generous. They know the key to manifestations is to pay it forward. It's like once I get here, even, I'm working hard, but maybe, somebody may have judged you. Somebody may have said, what do they know? What do they know about anything? They're always gotta caring for the homeless or caring for this person or caring for that person. What do they know? They're gonna go broke. I mean, helping all these homeless people or talking to that person. How can you associate with that person? You know what I mean? This is someone very charitable. And quite honestly, they may have burnt you. And then it's like one day, well, I don't have much, but can I help you out? Do you need help? You know what I mean? I don't have much, but I'd be willing to share my lunch or give you, can you wait here? Maybe I got an extra pair of socks or shoes in my car. I don't know. It's just like that one person that you help later on comes back and they're filthy rich and they see you and they find you and they're like, you remember that time where you helped me out when I had nothing and I never had no food to eat? And that's the kind of energy. Well, I'm coming back to pay it forward. You help me, so now let me help you. Wow. Other people's has got no common sense. They're just like judging a book by a cover or something. Who are they? Oh my God, did you see what they were wearing? Did you see what they had on? Did you see what kind of vehicle they had? My God, they don't have any money. They, judging a book by a cover, yet they could be wealthy. They could be very wealthy. Because they know in order to be abundant, to be wealthy, to be of service, you can't be greedy. You've got to be willing to give. You've got to be willing to You know, if you want love, you have to be love. You have to show love in order to receive love. If you want wealth, you have to be willing to share what you have in order to receive. So, this is a story about someone who is sitting here going, judging. I'm better than they are. Look at, I'm not helping no homeless person. Keep your money in your wallet. Keep your money in your purse. Don't give them nothing. Don't give them nothing. Don't give them nothing. Hoard, 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 hoard. And then they go broke. And then there's Libra walking down the street, sees this person one day who is now very wealthy. And says, it's like kicking somebody when they're down. Somebody may have given you a helping hand, and now that you're wealthy, you might be giving it back. You know, like helping someone else out and telling them, just pay it forward. When you get back on your feet, you know, help someone else out or something like that. It's a ripple effect. So this person's greedy, this person's hoarding. They don't want to give no love. They don't care. They don't care. They have this I don't give a shit attitude. I don't care. And I'm not so sure the message you gave is accurate, or you know, you may have tried to give someone a message and then they just blew it off like you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And then they're down on their luck, and then they're going broke and they got no food to eat or something. It hits home. This is someone who would rather like throw something in the garbage than give it to somebody who needed it. You know what I mean? Instead of saying, do you need something, or do you need this, or can I buy you a cup of coffee, and returning the favor. Like I remember, you know, when I was down and out, you helped me out. You remember those people. You remember those people. It's paying it forward. It's like, like this person's like, I may not have much, but I'll share with you what I have. I mean, I may only have a sandwich. I'll give you half of it. And then that person becomes like a multi-millionaire one day, and they're like, see you out on the street homeless or down and out, and they're like, remember that cup of coffee you bought me, Libra? Well, here you go. I want you to have this. Something like this going on. It's like, even if it was an encouraging word, even if you told someone, well, you know, buddy, you helped me out, you know, or sure, you know, here's a couple bucks, go buy yourself a cup of coffee, or here's enough money for a pair of shoes, or he you know what I'm saying, it all comes back to you. It's like showing kindness to others that has a ripple effect, and it's like paying it forward. It comes back to you. Well, I was down and out, here you helped me out, now then you turn around, you become this wealthy person, and they judged you and nobody would help you. Who do you remember? You're going to go back to those people that helped you out. And you're going to say, no, it's okay. You just pay it forward. Go help someone else out. I don't need any charity today, but I sure appreciate it when I have it. Maybe you are doing this. maybe by your message, maybe by the words you speak. Maybe you don't have money, but it could be your generosity, your caringness, your word. And a word of encouragement goes a long way. But if a man or a woman sits with just greed, then that's usually what they beget. It is. It's about being a humanitarian. That's what this read is all about. Like, you know, it is. Prosperity. So someone is worrying. Ooh. Hoarding, greed. Regret. Sadness. Pay it forward. It's like if you go around hurting people and you go around betraying people and you go around manipulating people, what is ever done in the dark comes to light. So it's like we're always facing some kind of spiritual test here. This is a spiritual test. Okay, you give spirit. Okay, spirit gives you, say, someone who loves you unconditionally, who's very generous and compassionate to you, and you turn around and manipulate them and stab them in the fucking back. What do you think's gonna happen to you? It causes a ripple effect. And then that person tells a story which is a lie or a betrayal and tells 10 other people that same story. That is also a ripple effect. You know, gossip is one of the deadly sins. It really is. So somebody is called to be a humanitarian. This is a humanitarian who speaks the truth. These are divine messengers. So maybe perhaps spirit tested if you used you as a barometer. Maybe spirit used you as the test. You know, want you to go out there And I want you to be of loving service. And I want you to be compassionate to people. And I want you to care about humanity. And you may have assisted people, and you may have given to people, and you may have offered people help when no one else would help them, and then they turn around and betray you for that. You were the test of people's humanitarianism. You are the test. And it's like trying to bring balance and fairness back into people's lives who have been betrayed. It's like paying it forward. Well, look, I've been hurt, I've been injured, I've been betrayed, I've been backstabbed. Let me help you. A comforting word. Anything. But these people go out like they have no common logical sense. To them, it doesn't make sense for you to be caring. It doesn't make sense that you would be compassionate, that you would... is this a too good to be true? What do you want? Why are you trying to give me that sandwich? What, you know what I mean? I don't trust you. Why are you being nice? Are we getting to that point where you just simply can't be nice anymore? Like, this is compassion. This is compassion, having compassion for the sorrows of others, having compassion for the misjustices that have happened to others, and using that intelligence, that wisdom, that knowledge to help others. You may have been through the most. You may have been homeless. You may have gone through poverty. You may have gone through and been betrayed all the way along, and nobody offering to help you, and nobody offering to... You're like, I'm going to pay it forward one day. This is doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. That same person who acted like they didn't care, that same person who acted ruthlessly, is going to be without one day. And let's hope to God that someone shows compassion on them like you showed to them. Because then they're going to find out what it is like to be that person who's hungry, or that person who can't pay their bills, or that person who can't, you know, they refuse to give. They're like, no, don't care. Don't care. That's greed. Which is why you bring the unconscious to light. You know, as look how Jesus himself was judged, right? Was bringing light to the people, was very generous. It's like everyone said, well, Master, why are you dressed that way? Why don't you have a pair of shoes? How come that man doesn't have shoes on? He must be in poverty. He must be poor, which was judged by his status of what he wore, or the shoes he did not have on his feet or did. did not know that they were in the midst of angels. That's what this is saying, guys. As long as you are generous and you are loving, you will always be successful. As long as you are not, miserable people are just miserable people. Sometimes they will respect you, and other times they will try to harm you. And just don't let the bad ones take away from your humanity, or make you stop believing in miracles, or make you stop believing in humanity. Because let's face it, we're in a pretty cruel world out there, but there are also angels amongst us. There are also people who are there to show you miracles, perform miracles. Yes, people will always be against God's people. You know what I mean? But there are also angels amongst us. Just when we're sitting there through the thickets of all the thorns coming at us on both directions, you know, there may be someone very compassionate, someone very generous, coming to pay something forward to you. Like, here you go. Well, what do I owe you for this? You don't owe me nothing. Just paying it forward. Wow. That's generosity. Well, like, I don't have much, but I'll help you out when I can. You are very just. High Lady or Lord of love and compassion. Whoa, cards are going weird now. Not everybody has common sense. And some things aren't made to make any sense. You don't know why. You're just told to go help this person or give that person something. You don't know why. You just like, I was told to. Maybe someone's coming to pay it forward to you. Remember that time you bought me a cup of coffee or you bought me a meal and I couldn't afford to pay my bills and I was going homeless and I was going broke? And the very person who may have judged you then goes broke, then is put in that position. And you are the one who is wealthy. Interesting. So you may have gone through scrutiny. You may have been judged. You may have been like homeless. You may have been going broke. And you might be just saying, I'm never going to be like that. If I get into a position where I have any, well, even a kind word goes a long way. And you've been very compassionate. And maybe somebody is going to come pay that forward to you, Libra. Can work either way. False promises. Someone who wants to do you dirty after being very generous and very loving and compassionate, and then they just stab you in the back and do you dirty. That does not bode well for them. That's what comes around goes around. That is why you will be victorious. Because you acted out of humanity. You cared. You were compassionate. You showed generosity. You showed compassion for humanity. Some of you have had a double mission. Some of you have been sent, as messengers and light beings, double missions, some of you. Star seeds and light workers. Some of you are both, like messengers, divine messengers. You might be preaching, find yourself preaching or trying to counsel people who are going through tough times. You're very generous, very compassionate individuals. You care about humanity. You care about justice. You care about balance and fairness. And you darn well know when something is not fair. And I don't think you were treated fairly. And sometimes things aren't supposed to make sense until they do make sense. Like we're sent here, some of you are sent here on tests to test humanity. You could very well be karma without even knowing it. Like, especially if you've gone through a lot of hardships and stuff. And people have mocked you and made fun of you and abandoned you in your time of need and just laughed behind your back, acting like they didn't even care about you. Spirit's saying they were also tested. Wow. It's amazing how spirit does stuff, you know. You don't know who you're entertaining. You might be talking to an angel. Just saying. And they're going to go and dirt on an earth angel, judge a person for their message, or judge a person for their generosity, their loving affection, and then like, hey, they were easy to fool, or they were easy to manipulate. Well, they were being tested. We aren't judged the day we die. We're judged by the way we treat people along the way. We're not judged the final day, you know what I'm saying? It's an accumulatory action. We just don't receive judgment the day we die. We are tested throughout our lives. And you want to turn around and then betray an earth angel, or betray the very person that was sent to your life for humanitarian reasons, for compassion, for generosity, for stability, and knife them in the back? Yeah, that don't bode well with God. Just saying. You could have been this person's test.